Good afternoon, this is Mark at the Wicked Edge Expert Corner Group. You can follow us on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube. And this is a accessories, aftermarket accessories video for Wicked Edge. And I'm up to the WE60 series sharpener, blue base, WE60 series sharpener. And what was new about this was that it was a change in the guide rods. It was introduced with a ball end guide rod. So the ball end guide rod comes with the WE60, and we loosen this screw and remove one of these little white balls that holds that black, spacer bearing in place while we are not sharpening. When we use it and we choose to put the guide rods in, we have to loosen the screw, take out that little white ball, and put in this little silver ball and tighten it up. And that little white ball we save for each and every time that we remove the guide rods to put back in there to hold that little black pivot race bearing. And it takes up space. Without that, you can't use it. So you have to keep this little white ball or keep your guide rods in there. I didn't know this when I started with it. I took it out, used it, took the guide rods out, and then took it outside to the garage because I was drilling this aluminum base for it. I was repurposing that aluminum base, and I took the whole blue thing out there in the garage, and those pivot races fell out, and I had to purchase more. And I've lost them since because I have a lot of sharpeners and I do a lot of tinkering, and I lost them since. Because of that design issue, at the Expert Corner Group, we came up with this, what we call pivot race. And if you're of the life's experience of me, you probably recognize that this is like a bottle cap that we put on our glass Coca-Cola bottles and you snapped it over the cover. Well, it's the same thing. It just goes right, stretches right over the knob. And then anytime you loosen the guide rod to remove it, you just fold that over and drop it down in there and tighten it up. And that's the pivot keepers, because it keeps me from losing the little black pivot race, which come with the little balls. That's why I have more balls than races. The balls I managed to put in the bag because I have it where I won't lose it. So when I have to go put it back in, I know where to find it. I keep the bag here, but I lose the races. So now I don't lose the races. With the stretch, it just stretches over the knob and goes down in there. Those pivot keepers, they are for the pre-2025 Wicked Edge 60 Go that had different version vices. This, I believe, was the last version vice. Maybe this was another version vice. In 2025, it was introduced with this vise. It also is for that version. There is a WE64 Cobalt, which is this with a dual cam vise. It also has the pivot races, so the pivot keepers for that. And last is the WE66 behind me, the black WE60 series that has the dial and micro adjuster knobs. And that also has the pivot balls, so the pivot keeper is for them. Thank you.